It was just so long. I sent you that.
No, I asked you for it. You told me you were going to, and I texted you. Hey, email me that thing. And I just got something on the back. Okay, that's there.
That's there all the time.
I'd like to welcome everyone here this afternoon to the City of Orem Planning Commission meeting. We're going to begin with an invocation. I've asked Karen Jeffries to offer that.
Our Father in heaven, we are grateful to meet this day as a planning commission and grateful to participate in the Orem city government. We're grateful for this wonderful city that we have to live in and that we can share our voices and help in making decisions and planning for our city. We're thankful for the freedoms that we enjoy in this country and pray for thy spirit of cooperation and kindness to be here as we participate this day. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you. We just remind everyone that the proceedings are broadcast and recorded on YouTube. And we'll go ahead with that and start with item 3.1.
Item 3.1 is a public hearing. The applicant requests the city approve the preliminary plat of the Rawlings Meadows subdivision located at 1085 West, 400 South in the R8 zone. On the left, you can see the zoning map. You'll see that the entire area is zoned R8. There is a very small portion of R7 up in the corner and a little bit of the highway services zone, but all areas surrounding the parcels in question are zoned R8. And then on the right, you can just see the overhead view. Right now, it is used as sort of a empty agricultural-ish field, but the plan is to cover this in single-family housing. Here's the proposed plat. The two existing houses will remain and will become their own lot, and 34 lots will be added to create a total of 36 lots. It will connect a couple of public streets, including 1045 West and then 1100 West as well. Here are some homes by the builder, just so you guys can get an idea of what is going to be built in the area. Overall, this is fairly straightforward. The Development Review Committee has determined that this request complies with the Orem City Code. Therefore, staff recommends the Planning Commission approve the preliminary plat for the Rawlings Meadows subdivision located at 1085 West, 400 South in the R8 zone. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Ms. Haycock? Is the applicant present?
Yes, sir.
Could you give us your name and then if you have anything you'd like to add?
Okay, yeah, I'm John Perlina. I'm with Richmond American Homes. And this would be our second development in Orem. Currently, we're developing the Orem Orchards. And nothing really much to add. We're complying with the zoning, not asking for any setback waivers. And that's about all.
Okay. Any questions that anyone has? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. This is a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open the public hearing and invite anyone to come to the microphone who would like to speak to this subject. And seeing no one coming to the microphone, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing, bring it back to the commission for any other comments or a recommendation. A motion. The Planning Commission is the final approving agency or group for this preliminary plat.
I can do a motion. I will move that we approve the preliminary plat of Rawlings Meadows subdivision located at 1085 West, 400 South in the R8 zone.
Mr. Moulton has made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Mr. Spencer seconded. I knew it came from that side.
At least that ear is working. Huh?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Item 3.2.
Item 3.2 is a site plan approval. The applicant requests the city approve the site plan of BC Storage located at 1190 North Geneva Road in the M2 zone. So once again, on the left, you have your zoning map, and on the right, you can see the overhead. This is the location of what used to be one of the auto wrecking yards. And that is what you can see in the overhead, but that is no longer what the site is being used for. Right now, it is under contract with the applicant pending approval of the site plan. Here is the site plan. They're planning for a total of 697 units of varying sizes, as well as an office space and a caretaker's facility that will be about 1,000 square foot each for a total of 2,000 square feet. Here's the landscaping plan. They have grass and trees along 1200 North and Geneva Road, and then there is gravel that will be used as part of their draining that borders the other areas. Here is what their proposed elevations are. They're going to be a mixture of stucco and stone, and then they're also going to have a metal fence surrounding the area where the buildings don't create their own wall. The Development Review Committee has determined that this request complies with all city codes. Staff recommends the Planning Commission approve the site plan of BC Storage at 1190 North Geneva Road in the M2 zone.
Any questions for Ms. Haycock? Is the applicant present? Is there anything you'd like to say or add?
Well, we believe that.
Could you give us your name, please?
Cliff Hales.
Thank you, Mr. Hales.
My name. And we believe that this is a choice area in Orem to be able to create a state-of-the-art storage facility with masonry block all the way around it, and like you, Christina mentioned, landscaped very well. And we look forward to being able to proceed with this project.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Hale?
So it is a masonry fence all the way around? Ours said iron fence, I wasn't sure.
Well, the perimeter is all masonry, and then there is some, where the gate is there on the one side, there's some wrought iron fence.
Okay, thank you.
So the buildings themselves are going to be the fence of sorts, I guess, as they butt up against the property. Are you going to have any climate-controlled units in there at all?
Yes, there will be.
Okay.
Climate controlled and also the regular storage units.
Had you thought, and this is just questions here, had you thought of going any more vertical than just a single level?
No, we haven't.
All right.
At this time.
Just curiosity.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Planning Commission is the approval body for this item. Are there any other discussion regarding this?
I think it's a good use. Yeah, it's an improvement.
I will then make a motion that we approve the site plan of BC Storage at 1190 North Geneva Road in the M2 zone. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Ms. Jeffrey seconds the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Item 3.2.
Item 3.3 is also a site plan
3.3.
approval.
Thank you. I wanted to revisit that.
He was able to hear out of the right side too. It's just the forward.
Item 3.3 is also a site plan approval. The applicant requests site plan approval of Sunrise Square located at 11th East, 200 North in the C2 zone. So once again, on your left, you have the zoning map, and on the right, you have the overhead. The proposed building will go on the grassy area in the overhead. The selection just includes the proposed location as well as an existing building because they will be sharing parking spaces. And so this kind of better highlights where everything is going to go. Here's the proposed site plan. You can see that the building is 5,300 square feet. And then right below the building, you can see the shared parking spaces that they will share with the existing building. Both lots are owned by the same owner, and so it should be pretty straightforward with the shared parking for them. And they also have an access easement that grants them access to 2nd North as well as State Street. Here is the proposed site plan. They are planning to do sort of an office warehouse with 3 units. And these are the proposed elevations. The signage on there, I believe, is more for decoration. Those aren't the exact tenants that are going in there. But the frontage elevations will be a mixture of stone and stucco. Here's the final plat, just to give everybody a better idea of where all of those easements are. And you can also see the easements on the adjoining property that they connect to. Overall, the Development Review Committee has determined that the request complies with the Orem City Code. Therefore, staff recommends the Planning Commission approve the site plan of Sunrise Square located at 11 East, 200 North in the C2 zone.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Ms. Haycock on this item? Is the applicant present? Okay. Guess I can't make my suggestion then.
We could put it on record, though.
That's true. In looking at, if you could go back to the site plan, I look at the area to the north of the proposed building, yes, right there where the 4 parking stalls are located, and I see that as a potential crime area where it's secluded from all sides, and my suggestion was that a fence or a gate be considered across that drive so that at night people couldn't go in there. And then it would be open during the daytime. But I guess can that be communicated to them?
Can we do a conditional approval?
No.
Okay.
Because if they meet the requirements, we can't do that, but it just as a suggestion.
Is the only access to this proposed building from the east? I noticed there was a door on the north side of the one proposed office. Is there a similar access on unless you drew that in. Is that a requirement that you added to that, to have access on the back side via door?
No, that was just how.
So ingress, egress, I don't know, if they divide it up, do we have to have some type of emergency exits on there, or does it just come from the front? Because they're not going to be doing it from the back. They're too close to the property line.
It'd be a requirement of the building code, so if it is required, they would put that in. If you can see on both the north and the south units, they do have access on the sides.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a requirement on the middle unit. They do have access on the front. So if there is an issue with building code, they would require that, but zoning code wouldn't require that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Once again, the Planning Commission is the approving body for this site plan. Would anyone like to make a motion? Or is there another comment?
No, we were just looking at drawings.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
preliminary.
it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, and it's right on the property line. You can't exit anything else.
Yeah.
No.
Well, on the back is that
Is
those
the
apartments and stuff.
apartment
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah.
There's no space for anything else.
Okay.
You have to come in and out on the west.
Okay. Is anyone prepared to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion that we approve the site plan request for Sunrise Square located at 11 East, 200 North in the C2 zone.
Ms. Jeffries has made a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Cochran seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next item is the minutes approval. Are there any comments or corrections to the minutes? This is for the February 7th, 2018 meeting.
No, they look right.
Okay, could we have a motion then from someone who was here?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from, what was the date on that?
7th?
February 7th.
February 7th, 2018.
Mr. Iglesias makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that Mr. Spencer again?
I have to turn away to talk into my mic. You can't. Like a ventriloquist.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. Do we have any comments from the director
Nope. Not that.
or the manager today? Then I will make a motion that we conclude the meeting, adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Moulton seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
And I don't think anyone's opposed.
Steve is opposed. Steve is opposed.
So who is here? Was this like the?
I was here.
No, I mean.
Those 4 people.
Yeah.
I would like to know why they were here, what they were
Yeah.
doing.